And this is a healing meditation that's called the 12 stages of healing meditation. It's a self-healing process that incorporates many aspects of ourselves. As I've mentioned before, there is mindfulness meditation, and then a phrase that I've coined is applied mindfulness. So we direct our attention in on ourselves. And with this particular practice, we're going to start by being aware of our physical body. I should say that the practice, the handout that you've received, is called the 12 stages, and it's got 12 specific steps. And I'm not going to follow those steps exactly. I've tended to personalize the practice, and I've modified it, and I don't go stage one, stage two. It's an ongoing narrative. I've modified some aspects of it, as you'll come to see, and I've skipped over one or two steps just to make it a different kind of practice. But very, very nice to do it just off the sheet as well. So we start with that first stage in what's called doing a body scan. We're going to be aware of the sensations of our body. We'll do a little exploration of our body. And the idea is, as we're doing this awareness survey of our body, we can pause every once in a while. And when we breathe in, we're breathing in any energy constriction, any pain, any tension that we might have. We breathe that in. We visualize it as a dark cloud. And then when we breathe out, we dissipate. So it's opposite to what we were doing before with the healing breath, where we're working with light with the in-breath. So this is a Tibetan Buddhist practice, and they work a little bit differently from the yoga approach, which we were doing last week. So as we're going through the body, I'll be inviting you to pause wherever there's a need and breathing up any energy constriction as a dark cloud, dissipating it with the out breath. Then we'll go through our body, and I'll say a few words just in contemplating our body. Then we're going to choose a specific area of the body, and we're going to move in, as if we have an electron microscope, move into a single cell and consider this cell and the mystery of this cell, the cell doing its job. This one cell amongst many, many cells, part of our body, keeping us alive. But then we're going to zero in even more. This is more deeply. This is where I go off the sheet. And we're going to go down to the electronic level, let me see, the atoms, the electrons, and consider all the space that's there. And then we're going to go even deeper. So I'll be saying a few words along this line, going down to what some people consider the quantum level of energy, the energy level that underlies our the physical laws that govern this universe. And some say, well, the quantum level of energy is functioning, helping the universe to function as well, but in a different way. Something we know about, something we don't know about. But a lot of people believe that healing energy comes from that quantum level. So anyway, we'll explore that. From that inner space, that quantum level of inner space, we're going to see a light shine up through the single cell. I'll say a few words along that line. And then we'll see that light cascading and spreading out to all the cells in our body. And our whole body in our mind will visualize that our whole body is radiating light. And then we're going to start a breathing process, starting with our toes. We're going to breathe in and just sense light is flowing up through the body with the in-breath, and then down through the body with the out-breath. These waves of light are healing, they're happy, joyous, and they feel good. They feel good. And sometimes for a lot of people, it feels warm. So nice, warm, joyous, healing light, washing away all energy impurities. And on the handout, the author says you can wash away cancer, or wash anything that is not ease, so dis-ease. we're trying to come to a place of ease. So we want to get rid of the dis from the dis-ease. And we're washing this away. So our attention and our attention is very important here with this practice, as it is with all meditation. So we need to be attentive, and we need to have the right intention about what it is that we're doing. As you're doing that, I am going to chant Om, the vibratory essence of the universe. The sheet has Ah, but we're going to work with Om. And we'll have this sense that the sound is helping with the healing process. So while I'm chanting Om, you're doing the deep in breath and deep out breath, these waves of light. I'll do this 3 times, 3 Oms. So just feel the vibration as best as you can, through our sound systems. Then I'll stop with the Oms. You'll breathe normally, just radiate this light. We'll bring to mind a few people in our lives that may be in need of some healing energy. And we'll allow this light that's radiating out from us to cascade toward them. And we can go through a few people. And then we'll allow that light to radiate out to all people everywhere. And then we'll relax. So I teach this a lot at Wellspring. They love it. So I'm hoping that you will love it too, or like it, or find it okay, but hopefully you love it. So again, it has to do with attention and intention in the process. So I'll be guiding you through this process. Later on, when you get used to the process, you can actually do it on your own without anyone talking to you. But I did mention the membership site, and there is a variation of that meditation on that membership site, the NamaStream site. Okay, so let's get ready for our practice. Now I'm sitting, and probably many of you are sitting, and here I'm going to give you permission, if you like, to lie down. So if you're in a situation, I know your cameras are off, I can't see what you're doing, but if you're in a situation where you can lie down and still hear me, this practice lends itself very nicely to doing it as Shavasana, deep relaxation practice, what many people do in yoga. All right, so let's get comfortable, whether we're sitting or lying. Sitting tall. Let's take a nice deep inhalation. Shrug the shoulders up. Roll the shoulders back with the out breath. Once again, let's breathe in deeply. Shrug the shoulders up. Roll the shoulders back with the out breath. And once again, breathing in deeply, shrugging the shoulders up. Rolling the shoulders back with the out breath. Making sure that you are comfortable and relaxed. And for now, we're breathing normally. Close our eyes. Let's turn our attention to our body. Let's consider this body of ours, this mystery that we live in. We don't have to do a lot to keep this body functioning. We need to exercise it. We need to feed it. But a lot of things happen in this body that we don't have to control. We don't control our heart rate. We don't control our breathing. Our digestive system does what it does. All the cells in our body do what they do. Let's do a little survey, a scan of our body, and just check in with this body. Be aware of the sensations arising from the body. Pay attention to the sensations arising from the body. Move your awareness through your body. And if you come across an area in your body where you feel some discomfort, there's some pain, or there's some physical stress that's there, just pause with your awareness. And with the next in breath, gather this stress, the strain, the pain perhaps, as a dark cloud, and then with the out breath, dissipate that cloud. We're working with energy. The physical body is energy. We're gathering up that energy that is malfunctioning in our body, causing dis-ease. We're gathering it up, picturing it as a dark cloud, and then with the out breath, we dissipate. So you can take a little extra in breath and a little extra out breath, making them a little bit longer if you're needing to do the dark cloud practice. And move your awareness through the body, pausing here and there, and explore areas of the body that you normally wouldn't be aware of. Very often we are aware of specific areas of the body that dominate our attention. And as you're doing this, I would like you to consider the following. We have all the organs in our body. They are functioning, doing their job. We don't control their functions. Consider the mystery of this. Consider the magic, if you wish, of this. This is our body. This is the vehicle that we live in. We want it to be healthy. And we want to like our body. It helps if we become more aware of the body and just pay attention to these sensations arising from the body. Try to understand what our body is communicating to us. Get to know your body, what your body needs. Continue to explore your body for the next few moments. This is helping to connect the mind with our body. It's helping us to get out of the frenetic mind, the wayward thoughts. We're grounding our awareness in the body for now. And as you're doing this, direct part of your awareness to a specific area of the body. And place your awareness on a specific cell. A cell is very tiny. And consider the mystery of this cell. You might say the cell knows what it needs to do, this particular type of cell doing a job with our body. And you might say there's some DNA sequencing in there that is giving this cell its direction as to what it needs to do. But I'd like you to consider if there might not be something more to this. This cell is a cell amongst many cells making up our body, the vehicle that we live in. Now, as if you have an electron microscope, I'd like you to go deeper into this single cell. Go deeper and deeper, magnify even more, and go right down to the atomic level and the subatomic level. And consider all of the atoms making up this single cell. Consider all of the atoms making up this single cell. Just how many atoms does it take to keep this single cell functioning, alive? And consider there is some type of mystery here, some type of conscious process perhaps, that all these cells, these random cells, are being held together by these random atoms. And these atoms are all functioning together, knowing what they need to do. The cell knows what it needs to do. The atoms seem to know what they need to do, keeping this cell intact. Just consider the mystery of that and what might be behind that. Now consider all the space between all the atoms making up this single cell. And consider all of the space inside the atom, all the space between the atoms and all the space inside each of the atoms. A lot of space. We're actually made up of more space than we are physical matter. Consider that again. Where are we in all this space? Now, if we can go deeper into the space of the single cell and all the atoms making up this single cell, just how deep can we go? Let's go into the inner space of the space, to the quantum level of energy underlying the functioning of this universe. And out of this inner space, a light begins to shine, and it gets brighter and brighter. And this light feels warm, it feels joyous, and it's a healing light. And we welcome it. And this single cell with all the atoms becomes a focal point for this light. And this light shines through the atoms and shines out through the cell. And as if we are a two-dimensional sheet with a little pinprick hole, light behind it shining out, there's a pinprick of light shining out before us. But this light that feels warm and it feels joyous and it's a healing light cannot be contained. There's a lot of space between all the atoms making up all the cells in this body, and this light begins to cascade or radiate out to neighboring cells, neighboring atoms and neighboring cells. And this light continues to expand outward, spreading out throughout your whole body. Just allow this light to radiate. You might even feel a little smile coming onto your face as the light shines out of all the cells of your face. Just makes you smile. And now your whole body radiates this joyous, warm, healing light. Now, place your attention at the feet and take a nice, slow, deep in breath and just feel this wave of light just rolling up the body and out through the top of the head, all with the in-breath. And then with the out-breath, there's a downward wave down through the body and out the soles of the feet. And continue with this deep breathing, visualizing these waves of light going up and down through the body, just washing away all the dis-ease, washing away all energy anomalies in your body, bringing healing, wholeness, and health. As you do this, I will chant Om and then hear the healing quality of the sound. So you don't need to chant Om, you just pay attention to your breathing. Just breathe normally. Sit or lie, being aware of your light radiating through your body and shining out from your body. Feel harmony of your thoughts with your emotions and with your life force energy. Now, let's not keep this healing light and energy to ourselves. Let's picture a loved one that may be in need of some healing energy. This healing light that is shining out from within us now shines out towards them. And just as the light started within us as a spark, you might say, then started to spread throughout our whole body, the body of our loved one becomes filled with this healing light. And this healing light just radiates through them, harmonizing all components of themselves. We are intending it. It is happening. Your loved one is filled with this healing energy. Now, you can bring another loved one to mind, and this energy that radiates out from you and your first loved one goes to your second loved one. And your second loved one is now filled with this healing energy. You can bring to mind other loved ones. Your light just shines. Your light becomes their light. It's all coming from the same source. Just with our intention, we are directing it. And our loved ones are filled with this healing energy, becoming whole, harmonious, and well. And in your own time, at another time, you could go through all of your loved ones, go to your community, go to trouble spots in the world, and send this healing energy to wherever it might be needed. And it is needed in lots of areas. But for now, let's wish our loved ones well. Bring our attention back to our body, the light shining out from our body. And we just sit and relax for a few moments. And just enjoy the afterglow of this meditation. Some people like to send this light out to all people everywhere, the planet as a whole, all people on the planet, all creatures in the animal kingdom, all vegetation in the plant kingdom, and all of the miraculous creations of nature in the mineral kingdom, our planet Earth. Just be still and aware for a few moments. Let the benefits of this meditation permeate our whole being. All right. Now, let's become more aware of our body and the weight of our body. Let's become more aware of our feet and we wiggle our toes. Let's become more aware of our hands, wiggle our fingers. And now we can take a nice slow, deep inhalation, gently tensing the body, exhaling and relaxing. Once again, inhaling deeply, bit of a stretch, the arms and the legs, sending that energy through all of our limbs, exhaling and relaxing. And when you open your eyes, open them slowly, gazing softly, allowing your inner awareness to blend and merge with your awareness of the external.